not having accurate, assurable data at a granular level is really the Gorgon's head of sustainability reporting, and that's why we started Project Perseus. Bankers for Net Zero is the UK country chapter of the Net Zero Banking Alliance. We really started this on the back of the commitments that banks have made under the Net Zero Banking Alliance in COP26. And our sole purpose is really to look at the commitments that have been made and how that impacts the real economy and what those policy blockers are and what the policy enablers are. One of the key elements of this is getting the right data and supporting SMEs. Project Perseus is a project that we have started with Icebreaker One, the same team that rolled out open banking in the UK, and it's very much about using those same principles of a trust framework that open banking has, but for getting assurable asset level data in terms for sustainability reporting.
It is so important that we get visibility and open data about the supply chain. That's why this work is so important for SMEs. So I'm really, really glad we're making huge progress on this. We all need to work together, government, big corporates, and small and medium-sized businesses, so that we can build a better future together.
With so many new funds and capital coming forward to support the road to net zero, it's absolutely vital that these businesses can record and report their greenhouse gas emissions, and it's vital that we manage to get something through before another COP passes, so before COP28 in Dubai this year.
The reason that assurable supply chain data is so important, especially for the SMEs, is that it allows us to build a picture around ESG, and not just a picture that is estimates or guesses, but a true picture.
Perseus really is an initiative which is going to help SMEs. It is that focus of attention, that extra dimension of information, that helping hand and that resource that is particularly important to SMEs.
We can't overstate the importance of a project like Perseus. Big corporates have all the internal resources they need to navigate the transition to net zero, and it's still daunting for them. So imagine how difficult it is for small, medium enterprises who want to do what's right, but are being faced with all sorts of regulations and are trying to find their way through this maze.
Perseus gives us that opportunity. With the power of open banking, we can work with and support SMEs who often want to do the right thing, but see reporting, whether that's through Scope 3 or whether that's around ESG, as another burden, as an added pressure on them.
They need to be able to speak effectively and efficiently to their clients, to their financial partners, everybody in the room. And right now there's not that common language.
By creating one version of the truth that is relatively easy to access, essentially it simplifies the problem statement for the SMEs, and they can all step into the opportunity that's presented by increasing demand from consumers and investors, and increasingly the banks, to get lower carbon footprint on the organisations they're working with.
The key area that I think we can work together on most closely is on data. It's a very commonly cited problem in this area. It's the difference between going for a run and getting on the scales. We know there's some things we need to do to actually reduce our emissions, but we also need to be able to track and report on how well we're doing in that. So if we can work together to get the bankers, the accountants and the energy companies to all agree a simple standard framework for reporting, we think it can become frictionless for SMEs. They can rely on their banks and their accountants to carry on helping them grow and maintain their business as they've been doing for years.
Congratulations to Bankers for Net Zero for everything you guys have been doing. I think continuing this is absolutely the right way to go.
Climate change is a multi-headed problem. We've got to somehow join together the scientific community, politics, the real economy and the financial economy in a way that helps us get to net zero. One of the reasons we picked Perseus as a name is it's also a constellation. And we've got these multiple different components coming together, orbiting around each other. But we have to work out what the common rules are and the common ways we're going to work together are to address this collective challenge.